I came across this film, Emperor of the North, 1973, and the old Lee Marvin and Mr. Khazar, 33rd degree, Ernest Borgnine, Keith Carradine again, yeah. So I picked it up for £1 and I watched it. It's an oddity. It's Depression, America, 1920s, with these, what were they called? I've forgotten. These guys that were travelling up and down on the trains, sort of getting by. They were basically bums, but Lee Marvin played the bum, and he played the evil train guard. Anyway, so Emperor of the North. Now, there's so many hidden things with these Khazars. It's not random that they call it this, because let me just find it. Yeah. Now we're back with that, the history of the Khazars themselves, the Jewish people we describe as Jewish. It's about Caesar and the Khazars, and how they sort of ingratiated themselves with the Romans. And let me just read it. After the final defeat of Islam's designs on the northern kingdom in AD 730, a marriage between a Khazar Jewish princess, and the heir to the Byzantine Roman Empire resulted in an offspring who was to rule Byzantium as Leo the Khazar. Thus, the king of the north had skillfully managed to place himself on the throne of the Roman Empire. Oh, they've always been smart, the old Khazars. King of the North. Yeah? You see? It's like the Caucasus race. It's the Caucasus race. And the King of the North is the Emperor of the North film. They take their own history and make films of it, and you're never supposed to know the origin. I find that quite interesting. And the KAGAN again. Let's find that KAGAN. Bear with me. Yeah, there you go. And I mentioned Kevin Keegan, the football player. Now, the KAGAN was the leader of the Khazar Jewish armies. The BEK, as I said before, was the second in command. Kevin Keegan. Now, I thought, is Kevin Keegan Jewish? It would make sense, because all the people that you see elevated to high status on the media, they're all Jewish. Almost all. Whether they are artists, footballers, you name it, physicists. Look, let's go to it. Kevin Keegan, his mother is or was Jewish. Look at that hair. Now you know why he had a meteoric rise. Oh yeah, he could curve the ball into the net. I'm not saying he couldn't, but you see, you probably look into Gary Lineker and find the same thing. And Beckham. Oh, Beckham. Beckham. Ah. Oh, damn, you learn things. The BEK. The KAGAN and the BEK. The Keegan. The Kevin Keegan and the Beckham. Keegan, Beckham, KAGAN, Beck. Oh, man. What else have I found? Yeah, here you are. Here's the proof. Keegan cited as a desire to find out about his mother's Jewish heritage. Kevin Keegan, Jewish heritage. Well, there you go. KAGAN, and the Beckham, the BEK. Wow. Probably the origin of brutal. The Brutaki were a Jewish polity of uncertain location and origin during the early 13th century. Brutal. That would make sense because that's how they were in battle. Apparently, they were like the samurai. The Khagan, the Keegan, and the BEK would have the Beckham would have them killed if they came back from a battle having lost. They would just string them up, kill them. So this is why they were so fierce, because they knew that they were stuck between a rock and a hard place. When they went to battle, they had to win, just like the samurai. There's no such thing as a samurai loser. You have to do the old harikiri if you lose. There's your Caucasus race, you see?
Upward, backward, going straight. A musty could be riled and a jolly Caucasus race. A backward, forward, upward, inward, bottom to the top. Never a beginning, there can never be a stop.